Yo. Welcome to the Choppin It Up podcast featuring your boy Jordan.
What up? It's your boy Eric.
So what we got going today, bro?
Today we got a movie review.
Ooh. We talking about the anticipated, the hyped.
The what?
The hyped Avengers.
Man, why you hate so much on Avengers, dog?
Because, man, I never followed any of Marvel stuff from the beginning, bro.
But you want to go watch it, though?
Yeah, because I'm trying to follow the hype, man. And, of course, we got the review. I'm trying to make sure.
You just a follower?
No. I'm trying to make sure our people understand, if they haven't seen it, or I hope you've seen it yet.
Okay.
I hope you've seen it.
Okay. Before we even get anywhere, spoilers. Like, spoilers.
We're going to put like a little something right there.
We're going to put a big old banner that says spoilers.
Make sure you've seen it because we're not trying to be here spoiling. We're not trying to spoil the Endgame. We're not trying to do none of that.
All right. Stop watching. If you haven't watched it, come back and watch it after you've watched it.
You need to watch it.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it, but if you have not seen the movie, we love you, but please press your space button on your computer or on your phone, whatever.
If you're listening, stop listening to the podcast.
Listening to it because we're not trying to spoil nothing.
Because then you're going to be mad at us, and we don't want to be responsible for that.
We let y'all know. So
it's we give enough spoiler warnings.
We did.
All right, so
let's get into it, man.
Tony Stark dies.
Bro. Okay, can I explain my L's that I took?
Okay, yeah. Okay, we got a couple of stories too for the movie watching experience.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start off.
I don't know about he's about to tell me. He's been telling me about this all day.
It was an experience, man. It was an experience.
I just want to know what happened.
Okay, so this is what happened. All right, so I thought the movie started at 6:30.
Okay.
It started at 6:10. Me, my girlfriend, and I, we didn't show up to the movie theater until 6:30. So we missed the previews, and we missed maybe 4 or 5 minutes of the beginning of the movie.
You missed a lot.
And so, but honestly, this is what happened though. We walked in the movie theater and we walked right out because we thought we went to the wrong one.
Oh.
But the reason why we're like, wait, no, this is our movie theater because, it just started. I mean, it just started, but I looked at my phone and the ticket said 6:10. So we got there. I believe we got there right once. It was a scene when Iron Man was I think on the ground or something.
Oh, he was in the plane?
Yeah.
On the spaceship thing?
Yeah, the spaceship thing.
So you missed a huge part of the beginning. So do you know what happens in the beginning?
Nah, but we might go see it again Sunday.
Okay, so I'll let you go watch it.
So I took an L with that.
Yeah,
I took an L. But the overall big L that really kind of ruined my whole movie experience is that, okay, so we went to a movie theater that, you can eat food.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those bougie, nice ones. But
bougie stuff.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like a studio movie girl. And so, but it wasn't actually a studio movie girl. Anyways,
so it's better than that?
No, it's just similar.
It's fine.
Anyways, and so what happened was, we order our food. Of course, we're a little late, so we're trying to just get our food ordered and whatever. And so maybe about 30 minutes goes by. Well, before that, we get our popcorn, we get our drinks, but we ordered separately. We ordered our own food.
Yeah.
So we're just eating our popcorn, drinking our water. Cool. 30 minutes go by, we're like, okay, this is kind of weird. Normally, they bring the food out by now, but it still hasn't come. And about an hour or so, still no food. Still no food has came by. And I'm like, yo, this movie's 3 hours. So, obviously, if they bring it, kind of midway, then that's cool. But still, I'm trying to make sure I'm, actually watching, not eating and watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, okay, the movie continues to go on and go on. No food is coming out. Then this one time, this lady comes to our table. And it's like, did you guys we ordered some chicken nuggets. Did you guys get the quesadillas? We're like, no. And they're like, oh, sorry, that's for the people next to you. So everybody else got their food, but we didn't get our food. So, long story short, the movie ends, and the waiter brings our food.
You're lying, bro.
For real.
Dude,
and
no.
But here's the thing, though. They always bring a check, like a receipt, maybe 20 minutes before the movie ends. Mm-hmm. So you can kind of sign it out, but you can still pay attention. But we're like, we didn't get our food. Why are y'all bringing our receipts? And we consistently called. We pressed the red button. Yeah. We consistently called for people to see what's going on. They're like, oh, we're sorry. We're just running behind. We promise we get your food out quickly. We're like, okay, all right. It's been like an hour and a half by now. What's going on? Still no food. We had the popcorn, so we just munching on the popcorn, but we had actual food coming. And the guy brings our food right once the movie ends. And I was like, nah, but maybe can I talk to your manager, though? So I go talk to the manager. I'm like, hey, man. Like, I wasn't trying to be rude. And I'm like, I'm very calm. I was like, hey, man, like, we never received our food. Like, what was the situation with that? And they're like, we apologize. I don't know what happened. And so I said, hey, I think we need to have that. Of course, we're going to have that check. Yeah. Because my girlfriend paid for it. I paid for the movie. So it ain't like I, was being all cheap. Yeah. But, so she got her money back. But I was like, we need to also, get our tickets refunded because the experience was horrible. Yeah. Like, literally, people coming up to us, giving us the wrong stuff. We're having to continue pressing the button to get people to bring us food. Like, it was a horrible experience. So we got our food for free, or really our popcorn for free, and our waters, and the tickets for free. But honestly, the experience for me of the movie was horrible because
so you didn't even get to watch the movie. So you didn't fall asleep.
No, I didn't fall asleep. So it's like it was one thing or another. I didn't fall asleep. I was up, bro. I was awake. I was like, yo, I'm good. But I didn't get a chance to really just sit
kind of watch the movie
because I'm so distracted. I'm starving, bro. This is after church, right? Yeah. All I had was a bagel. That was it the whole day. Oof. And we didn't go to the movies till 6. And I'm like, dude, I'm starving, but we're just gonna be patient.
It's a 3-hour movie.
3-hour movie, bro.
So you at 9 o'clock, you got your food.
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys eat? Or did you guys send it back?
We sit in the back. We're like, bro, there's no point in bringing us our food when the movie ends. We're not going to just sit here.
And I would have fired up that manager real quick. Yeah. Put a big, bad review
I was heated. And my girlfriend was too. And she was like, she wrote down like a little note saying we're not paying for it. I'm like, no, we need to go talk to these people and let them know what's up because they're going to try to be like, oh, well, they didn't really care. I went up to the manager. I said, hey, we never received our food for this whole 3-hour movie. There's no, there's no reason that should have happened. We want our money back plus our ticket money because the experience was horrible. We were distracted so many times trying to figure out why our food hasn't come. So it was just a horrible experience. We're going to go see it. My girlfriend and I are going to go see it again maybe on Sunday. So hopefully this time we'll get a chance to really
experience it. Avengers Endgame.
I took a couple L's, but I kind of had a understanding of what was going on. Yeah. But my girlfriend did miss the part kind of when the fighting scene was going on when all the past Avengers came.
Dude.
And she and then once she finally realized what was happening, she was just like, oh my God. And so I was like, yeah, this is really getting real.
Yeah, bro, this movie is so good. Honestly, it's one of the best endings to anything I've ever seen.
The ending was icy. Like, not gonna lie. Except for when Tony Stark died.
Yeah, it had to happen though.
I was surprised, bro.
I had a feeling someone for sure had to be dying off and just being like, okay, he's not coming back. Yeah, kind of thing. Their contracts are up. A lot of these, a lot of these Avengers, their contract actually are done, so they had to be killed off or written off or something. So it didn't surprise me too much, but it was still like, oh dang, this is crazy.
So
for sure the end.
So Iron Man's character died off. And then I read that Captain America, his character didn't die off, but it's kind of like his time.
Oh, he's dead. I mean, he's not dead. He's not dead, but he can tell. He's going to die because he got old.
Okay, so yeah, makes sense.
Super spoilers everywhere. So hope you guys aren't watching this and you haven't watched the movie. But so what happens is that, of course, throughout the movie, they're trying to figure out how to get Thanos from doing what he did to everybody where he Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good, like everybody turns into Frosted Flakes like we said. And so what they do is that Ant-Man has a time machine thing and they figure out that they can make a bigger version of it and go back in time and get all the stones. So they do all that, blah blah blah. Black Widow has to die so they can get the Soul Stone. That was crazy. That for real, I was like, dang.
I was like, this is about to get real.
I was like, whatever team goes to get that stone, because they squad up to get different stones. And I was like, dang, someone's going to die. Or something's going to happen. I was like, well, I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. That was wild.
They were trying to both like, nah, I'm going to do it. Nah, I'm going to do it. Nah, I'm going to do it. And then she was like, let
me go, man. Boom. And dead.
Yeah.
So that was... So that was crazy. I did not see that.
I didn't see that
coming. And honestly, this movie was kind of throwing me for a loop because at the very beginning, they pull up on Thanos, and Thanos out here living like Shrek in his swamp.
Boy.
Like, bro.
That boy chilling about to eat some steak.
Yeah, he was about to cook himself some breakfast, and they show up like
make some eggs.
They just go at him.
Yeah, bro. They went ham. They pulled up on
the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And then Thor just like cut off his arm, then it cut off his head, and I was like, whoa, Disney, what? You allowed this?
Savage on them, bro.
And so all this happens, and then, of course, so they do the whole time thing.
Yeah.
Get all the people back.
That's pretty cool.
Blah, blah, blah. So at the very end of the movie, what happens is that Captain America is given the task of putting all the stones back.
Yeah.
And so, whenever they're trying to get him to come back, they're like, he's not coming back. He's not coming back. Yeah. And this is the very end of the movie. And then we see him sitting on a bench, and he's like super old man.
Hello. Yeah.
And they realize that he stayed in that time period to, have that dance with his wife.
He missed that time,
and
bro.
he did, he lived his life. He did everything. And then he gives his shield to Falcon.
Okay, so that's where I'm kind of like worried about, because like not worried, but like trying to figure out what's going on next, because could he be like the next Captain America?
Yeah. So it's actually in the comic. It's a comic thing that happens where Captain America gives the shield to Falcon, and then Falcon becomes the new Captain America.
So we got brother Captain America. Oh,
brother Captain America, bro. So yes, that's that's what happened.
Yeah, represent my people, man.
So yes, that's what happens.
My brother.
And they're actually doing a Disney like you know how Disney's doing their thing where they're doing like a Netflix kind of thing?
Yeah.
So they actually have shows already lined up for like a prequel for like Black Widow, I think.
Oh,
or
okay.
There's a movie.
So she come back alive again?
No, it's a prequel. So it's before any of this happened. So
Sure.
there's a movie about that, but they're doing the dude with the metal arm, Bucky.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get his own show, and probably the new Captain America, Falcon.
Okay.
Is probably gonna be in that. Maybe, I don't know.
My brother.
And then I think Hawkeye gets his own thing. I don't know, but. As far as like,
I saw Guardian of the Galaxy's coming out with something too.
Guardians of the Galaxy still has a movie coming out.
I ain't
Spider-Man comes out this year as well.
I might go see it.
So, the movie was just so good to me.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed it so much. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, please keep giving me more.
Yeah.
And just from the top, like it was it got crazy quick. There was fights immediately.
It was swinging on everybody.
Yeah, there was just so much story everywhere. The only thing that I was kind of like, it was kind of weird to me is that Captain Marvel, the girl from the new movie, she was like not there for like almost the entire movie, and then she just showed up out of nowhere.
Which is weird because like it wasn't like she was killed, like not killed off, but it wasn't like she was like frosted flaked off.
No, and it's because and like. Everybody like try to make it like, oh, she has the biggest part in this movie. Like, she's the reason that that they're gonna win and stuff like that. But she was barely in the movie. Until the very end. My favorite part in the movie though is when Captain America picks up Thor's hammer. So
what was the hype about that? I don't get it.
So it's something that happens in the comics, but it's also something they teased back in one of the old Avenger movies. I think it was Age of Ultron. Thor is like, you can't pick it up. And then Captain America goes to try to lift it, and he actually moves it a little bit.
Oh.
And that's where they were like, what?
So
like, it's impossible to even move it if you're not, the chosen one or whatever.
Got you. Okay.
And so whenever he you saw the hammer come in, and I was like, what? And then he went for the freaking combo, throwing the shield and the hammer. I was like, yo, this is wild.
Captain America was training for that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So do you think that this movie was better than Infinity War or vice versa?
It was way better than Infinity War.
Really? I've been hearing just from little birds that Infinity War was better than
I don't think so. They're just, I don't know why, but I feel like this movie was way better because it gives you closure.
Yeah,
it wraps up all this. It's been 10 years.
It wraps up all the hype, too.
Imagine wrapping up a story that big in that you've been doing it for 10 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's incredible, man.
So, it wasn't
I'm late to the hype, too.
It wasn't a perfect movie, but I still give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it was a lot of story. It was kind of cool how they went back into time.
Yeah, and they kind of retold some of that stuff.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Bro, I thought that was crazy.
And honestly, I was like, oh, this is my first time seeing it because I've never seen it the first time.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you a recap of what happened.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And the way that they incorporated every single character.
That was cool.
And their story, it was just
Now, okay, so there was a part where Iron Man went back to when it was kind of like he was talking to his dad, I believe.
Yes.
That was pretty interesting.
That's a really cool also part of the story. You just saw so many things from each character.
Yeah.
I think that's what I love the most is that you really saw the characters just kind of, you know, even like fully be kind of shown and created. Like they got to show a lot of who they really are and everything through their own story arcs, like got completed. So Tony got to go back and see his dad, and
his dad was like, who is that guy?
Yeah, like, and it was funny, you know. He tells him like, you know, thank you for everything that you did, and and he's just like, for this country. It was just cool seeing all that and seeing it all come together. And I think that they went like, this is probably the most that Disney has pushed the envelope when it comes to like violence also in a movie, because there was like beheadings, there was that scene where Hawkeye was killing the Yakuza in Japan. And he was just like slaughtering people with a katana.
Hey, they were like, hey, man, we're going to do whatever we can to get these people.
It was bloody. It was crazy.
It was good, though.
It was amazing. So what's your take? What's your take on this movie? Since you were like not that hyped about it.
Okay, so I was excited to watch it. But again, I think I would have better understood everything if I watched everything. With me not having no understanding of really just any Avengers or the actual, you know, of course I love Iron Man. I watched every Iron Man movie that came out, 1, 2, whatever. Like, I watched all of it. But Guardians of the Galaxy and then Captain Marvel, I didn't see like none of that. And so for me, it was just like, I didn't really understand each character's personality that well. Like, I knew what their strengths were, but it was like, I wish I kind of, and I could still do it and kind of go back and watch a lot of the old movies. You need
to go back and watch Guardians. It's such a funny movie.
I watched one of them. It was just corny to me, bro. Like, what's his name? Groot? Like, what's that, bro? I ain't got time for no little tree branch looking like. No, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to hate, but I'm just saying, like, I just need to go back and watch. But my overall experience from what I've seen, I was distracted, so I didn't get a chance to really enjoy it. But I really did like it. Seriously, I did. You know, Infinity War, I was gone like halfway through, and that movie was definitely shorter than Endgame. But I think because of all the hype and all the anticipation for Endgame, I was ready to watch it, man.
They kept a really good pace. That's what I really loved about this movie.
They did.
I guess people, you know, me coming from like, you know, I love making videos and like do like film and stuff like that.
For sure,
Like the pacing, the way that they were just able to just continue to feed you something that kept you like watching, and it wasn't like
for 3
boring.
hours. You better.
And like it didn't feel like 3 hours at the end of the day. Like when I finished watching, I'm like, that's it. I want to watch more.
Yeah, and that's so crazy because people were telling me like, look, like it's 3 hours and a couple minutes, but honestly, it won't feel that long because you're so into it.
Yeah,
it really feels like it should be longer than that.
Yeah, and it was so cool. I love the cinematography. I love the special effects. Of course, you know, they went all out with the budget on that, and like, you know, there were certain times where I was like, oh, that looks kind of cheesy. It doesn't look that great, but I saw where they cut corners on some things, but to me, overall I loved it. I loved the way that it just kind of completed this beautiful story that's been told for over 10 years now, and like seeing Stan Lee do that cameo in the movie.
I honestly thought he was gonna get another one, like kind of later on, like maybe before he passed away. He kind of did like a little scene, but I figured that it was probably too late, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I know he had a part though.
Yeah, he has a couple of more cameos left, I think.
Oh, really?
Before he passed away, he recorded a couple of them before.
Okay.
So he should be in like probably the next Spider-Man movie, I think. And maybe the next Guardians. I don't know, but it was just really cool to kind of see these stories just kind of come together and just create this universe for people.
They went back in history, man. They went back in time, obviously, to kind of just go over each thing about what the character did in previous movies, and that was pretty cool. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I never seen them, but I knew like a couple Iron Man stuff. Like I knew that, but it was just kind of cool for them to go back and kind of remind people of what it was like before then to where they're out now, and to hopefully defeat Thanos. You know, and so. But honestly, I thought they all like my whole thing was like, okay, they're all gonna die. Like, I'm pretty much sure.
Yeah, everybody legit thought that everybody was gonna die, and I'm like, I don't think that they would do that, but I don't know.
Everybody was so shook. I'm like,
but it was a good ending though.
It was.
For sure. Like
I was sad though.
Just tied up all the loose ends, gave us a really good closure, and I felt like, man, that's it.
Yeah,
but
that's
it felt like it was okay.
It's gonna be more common, man. It ain't like it's over.
It's over for that generation of
It was a great story,
of Iron Man and Captain America and all of them. But it was awesome just to see all of this unfold and come together so well and so nice. And so shout out to Disney, for doing this. Shout out to Marvel. Shout out to Stan Lee for even creating these characters that we've come to love. And I can't wait for the next phase 4 of these Marvel movies and seeing where they kind of go and lead with this.
I didn't know it's phase 4.
But any final thoughts you got?
I'm going to go see it again. Hopefully I'll have a better experience. Hopefully I'll get my food. Hopefully I'll be on time, and hopefully I don't fall asleep. Just keeping it real. But no, I'm going to see it again. I do want to see it again. I know my girlfriend does, and so we're going to go enjoy it again and just kind of hopefully be able to just sit and watch and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah, for sure.
So that I can really be like, okay, cool. That was low-key kind of icy, you know?
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, from what I saw, I liked it. It was pretty dope. Was kind of shook at the end with Iron Man, but I knew it was probably his time. He was in it from the beginning. Yeah. So, but I liked it, man. It was dope. It was dope.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I give it a 9 out of 10. I don't know what you give it.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10, but that could change once I see it again.
Yeah, so probably a better experience. Probably give it a better rating. But
for sure.
Thanks for checking out the podcast.
Hey, so our people that have watched the movie, let us know what you thought about the movie.
Yeah, let us know.
Did you like it? Was it trash? Was it okay? Is it better than Infinity War? Like, let us know. And the people that haven't watched the movie, we don't want to hear from y'all until y'all watch the movie. Okay?
Yeah, if you don't care about Avengers, just listen to us kind of talk about it because it was fun.
Yeah, exactly. So we love you guys. Appreciate all the support. We're back at it with another episode.
All right. Catch you guys later.